Hey everybody, it's Stephanie Old World Gamer along with Mr. Scott Devin Kane. Welcome to another episode of the Retro Indie Pixels podcast.
We are back once again, to give you all your gaming news and possible guilty gaming pleasures of things that SDK plays. When the lights are down and no one knows what nobody's doing. All that good stuff. So, we're in podcast quarantine version number 7,486.
Jesus.
Feels that way, but it's like, 2. But whatever. We're here again. We're giving you all your podcast goodness from
fun, you good games to play while you're stuck inside. Oh no.
Yeah. So, how's your gaming week been? What have you been playing?
You mean, what have I been playing for the past fucking month?
It's a silly question. Is it Animal Crossing?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I've been
There's not many games I stopped to play anything else for. That was one of them. So.
Yeah, I hear you. I've been tackling Dragon Quest 11. I'm almost done with it. I'm at the almost 80-hour mark of it now.
Jesus.
Because I set myself down to be like, hey, I'm gonna do 2 hours of Dragon Quest a day, and we'll see how long it takes us. And podcasts have degenerated into 6-7 hour sessions now. I'm like, I don't want to stop playing. This game's too fucking good. It's really good. Oh, I've also been occupying a little time with Sonic Mania, and oh boy, if you folks haven't played Sonic Mania yet, you really should. It's bueno. Let me just tell you, so many the game's kind of split between new stages and classic stages, but they've got remixed music for a lot of the older stages.
Mm-hmm.
They had Green Hill Zone, so so far it was Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant, what other Flying Fortress, Oil Ocean. Oh, the Oil Ocean remake music. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Sonic. I've been playing a lot of Dragon Quest. I've been playing Dead by Daylight, and I've been playing a horror game. Imagine that, right? I don't know what the hell's going on.
Horror.
I'm playing a horror game. Horror.
Running away from a dude for several minutes.
Horror. But hey, I'm playing with Ash Williams, so how can you go wrong, man? It's Evil Dead. It's Ash Williams. It's Bruce Campbell. I can't possibly lose, right? I lose a lot. But anyway, so I think without any further ado, I think it's time to get over into SDK's news for the week, and as always, brought to you by VG247 and Destructoid.com. We are going to go off the rails a little bit here first, because as usual, one of the things that I look forward to is not this article, because I'll come back to that. One of the things that I usually look forward to every single week when I give you guys the news is letting you guys know what's for free on the Epic Game Store. Except this week, nobody decided to say anything about it. Literally nobody.
I think Destructoid had something on about it, didn't it?
Yeah, nobody. Nobody said a thing. So, SDK is going to bring that to you on his own. So, this week for the Epic Game Store free game is a game called For the King. For the King is a challenge-based blend of strategy, turn-based combat, and roguelike elements. Each playthrough is unique with procedural maps, quests, and events. Explore Faru, I guess, in either single-player, local, or online co-op. It has a unique dice roll-inspired combat system. Fight and die as a party in fast-paced and brutal turn-based combat using a unique slot system for attacks and special abilities. Every playthrough is made unique with procedurally generated maps, quests, loot, and events for you to tackle. Use lore between playthroughs to purchase weapons, items, NPCs, classes, and even more. Play either single-player, local co-op play, or online co-op play. Choose to split your party up and cover more ground, or stick together for protection. And For the King features all released expansion content, including Dungeon Crawl, Frozen Expanse Adventure, Gold Rush Uncooperative Mode, and Deep Into the Deep, and more. So this sounds pretty good. I mean, it's got a very decent, decent rating. Top critic average is 75%. Very strong open critic rating. So people are saying some good things about it. So go check it out for yourself. For the King on Epic Game Store right now, Faux Frizzle. And if you guys need things in your life right now, it's free games. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, we will move on to the articles from BG247. As of today, Thursday, April 23rd, Borderlands 3 Revenge of the Cartels event kicks off, adding Mayhem 2.0. Today's Borderlands 3 update sees the Revenge of the Cartels seasonal event kick off and adds Mayhem Mode 2.0. Borderlands 3 players can enjoy the latest event and jump into Mayhem 2.0 with today's update. Alongside the event and update to the Mayhem comes the first week of the Loot Universe mini-event. The Loot Universe mini-event takes you across the game's solar system to loot specific types of legendary loot for the next 4 weeks. Each week, one of the planets in the game will have an increased chance of dropping their own dedicated legendary weapon types. They may also have an increased chance for legendary gear types. So for the 4 weeks of the event, week 1 will be placed on Pandora, week 2 Promethea, week 3 Eden 6, and week 4 will be on Necrotafeo. From today through June 4th, you can participate in Revenge of the Cartel's free seasonal event. It features a new area, new enemy types, limited time challenges, and new legendaries and anointments. Here's the synopsis. In his continued studies of human customs, your Saurian crewmate Maurice. Anyway, your Saurian crewmate Maurice has gotten himself mixed up with the wrong crowd and now finds himself indebted to Joey Ultraviolet, the kingpin of the Iridium Cartel. To save Maurice's scaly hide, you'll need to take the fight to Joey and his gangs of underlings at Villa Ultraviolet, an opulent hideout overlooking a tropical paradise. The first time you log in during the Revenge of the Cartels, you'll get a repeatable quest from Maurice aboard Sanctuary 3 that must be completed in order to reach Villa Ultraviolet. During the event, neon glowing cartel operative enemies can be found around the galaxy, including areas from campaign add-ons. Once you kill an operative, a dead man's switch signal is sent to their buddies, so expect some cartel thug to show up in order to avenge their friend. These enemies might also be accompanied by one of the Iridium Cartel's underbosses, which are unique enemies belonging to one of the cartel's 3 gangs. Getting rid of the reinforcements will earn you hideout coordinates. Once you have collected enough, go see Maurice, who will open a portal that leads directly to Villa Ultraviolet. Once you arrive there, you will have to contend with hordes of Iridium Cartel members. Each gang has its own underboss and legendary loot pool. Every time you clear out Villa Ultraviolet, one of the other gangs will show up, so be prepared. Alongside the event comes a new set of limited time challenges. Complete these and you will earn cosmetic rewards. There are 18 challenges to complete while the event is live. So 3 challenges get you the Vector Graphics Echo Skin upgrade, 6 challenges the Retro Outrunner weapon trinket, 10 challenges the Framed Firewall room decoration, 14 gets you the Hotline Pandora Vault Hunter headset, and all 18 challenges get you the Death by Filigree's Vault Hunter skin. So today's update also addresses some community concerns, applies plenty of fixes, and tons more. I want to go up to the Mayhem 2.0 upgrade to see what exactly it says. Gearbox has provided an April 23rd launch for Borderlands, promised launches. Starting April 23rd, you'll be able to participate in 10 increasing challenging Mayhem levels in order to acquire some of the most powerful legendary loot in the game. Mayhem mode will unlock when you finish the main campaign. With Mayhem 2.0, you can expect a number of improvements over the current system. Once live, you'll no longer have to visit the pedestal in Sanctuary 3 to activate Mayhem mode or the level. Thank God. Instead, the option will be available through a new tab on your Echo device menu. In multiplayer games, Mayhem level will be determined by the host. When you're matchmade for multiplayer, you will be matched with similar Mayhem level players. There will be more than 25 all new modifiers that can be applied to the game, ranging from easy, medium, hard, or very hard. For example, easy modifiers are largely helpful, and medium modifiers are more challenging. Hard or very hard are pretty self-explanatory. Modifiers are selected at random, and the number of modifiers the difficulty ratings will be the same for each mayhem level. As you improve your mayhem levels, quality of weapons dropped also will improve. Gearbox has used Kitsune submachine gun as an example, stating that the version that drops in mayhem level 2 will be more powerful than ones that drop in 1. Also, the damage boost gained from weapons in one mayhem will help you to prepare for the next level. You can expect 8 new legendary weapons from certain bosses only when playing in mayhem's level 6 or higher. One of these is the Sandhawk, which is a legendary automatic sniper rifle. It fires a line of 9 bullets and mimics the way Hawk flaps its wings. Interesting. So, improvements to be had here. The fact that you can change your mayhem on the fly is an amazing improvement. Having to go all the way back to Sanctuary 3 and run all the way across Sanctuary to be able to go to the pedestal and fidget with the pedestal and have to change your mayhem, and certain people weren't able to see what mayhem you're on. Vast improvement. Super improvement. And the fact that we're getting new weapons, so, you know.
Yeah, new weapons!
Yes, new weapons. Especially since, like, now that, you know, like my brother and I, we're pretty big on Borderlands. And we're playing on the hardest difficulty right now and basically mowing shit over. So it's like, yay, things are going to start getting hard again. You know, phrasing, but whatever. But, yeah, all this stuff is going live today. So all you Borderlands freaks out there can go and test out the new Mayhem Mode 2.0. Plus, get yourself some new skins and shit. So, moving on. Yeah, right. So we now have a number on the number of digital copies that Animal Crossing New Horizons has sold, and it's 5 million. Animal Crossing New Horizons has sold around 5 million digital copies. So this isn't total copies, folks. This is digital copies. According to the latest digital sales report from Superdata, Animal Crossing New Horizons has sold around 5 million copies since it was released on March 20th. The market analysis states that more copies sold in a single month for any console's game in history, breaking that previous record held by Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Sales of the simulation title also roughly, yeah, I'm going to be stimulated. Sales of the simulation title also roughly match digital sales of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Pokemon Sword and Shield put together for each game's respective first month on the market.
Yeah.
The game's combination of social features and a relaxing setting likely appealed to individuals stuck at home, states the report. Closures of brick-and-mortar stores also meant that higher share of customers purchased the game digitally compared to past Switch titles. In March, the game was the best-selling title in physical sales in the US, and in Japan as of last week, it sold over 3.3 million copies in the region alone. 3.3 million copies of Animal Crossing New Horizons physically in Japan alone.
Mm-hmm. Scott's gonna get it next. He wants it. He's dying for it.
Nintendo has yet to provide sales figures for the title, but we expect to get an idea of how well the game is doing when the company releases its financial report next month. Elsewhere in the report, it notes that adding Warzone to Call of Duty Modern Warfare resulted in an increase of monthly active users. Active users were up 159% month over month, hitting an all-time high of 62.7 million. Doom Eternal sold 3 million digital units in March, which is 3 times that of what Doom sold when it released in 2016. Half-Life Alyx performed rather well, as the virtual reality title estimated to have sold 860,000 digital units, with sales estimated to have reached $40.7 million. Holy shit, dude.
Yep.
This game, people like this game.
I told you, man.
I mean, it sold more in its first month than Pokemon Sword and Shield and Smash Brothers Ultimate combined?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a good game, dude. You just gotta play. I'm telling you. You take fucking, like, a couple days to play this, and you're gonna be hooked. You're gonna be like, oh, man, Animal Crossing's the best.
My God. What else do you say? I mean, it's the most copies sold in a single month for any console game in history. I mean, I mean, damn. I mean,
perfect.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, what else can you possibly say about that? It's just game's doing pretty good.
Yeah, just a little bit.
You know, just a little bit. Anyway, so moving on. I know this has been a problem for me, and I have received emails about this. Nintendo is investigating reports of unauthorized account access. I don't know if you have, Stefan, but I definitely have, like 3 or 4 times. You may wish to enable two-step verification on your Nintendo account due to recent reports of unauthorized account access. Multiple reports have surfaced with Switch owners stating that the Nintendo accounts have been accessed without their authorization. Yesterday, there were reports of Switch owners having their accounts showing unauthorized purchases or access. While Nintendo has yet to confirm such accounts by users, but today it released a statement to Eurogamer saying it was aware of reports of unauthorized access to some Nintendo accounts and it was investigating the matter. To be safe, Nintendo has recommended that all account holders enable two-step verification for their Nintendo account. The company also said if you become aware of any unauthorized activity, you should take the steps outlined here on their link or contact Nintendo for general support. Those new reports came just a couple of weeks after Nintendo Japan said third-party logins had accessed data. So, yeah, I mean, I did it because I was getting emails basically every day. That was like, somebody from Canada wanted to go through your stuff. Somebody from New Zealand wanted to go through your account. Somebody from China wanted to go through your account. I'm like, but that's a lot of different places, man. I mean, I know. They probably just threw their location off to someplace else. Whatever. But it would be in your best interest as a Nintendo Switch owner to enable two-step verification. I mean, it's not really that difficult to do. You could do it directly through your Switch. It's not that big a deal. Or Peter has been kind enough, for those of you who are
watching the VOD
watching live on the VOD, he has provided a link that you can go to be able to go throw on the two-step verification for your Switch. I would recommend it because I definitely was nervous because I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm not a big fan of people trying to get into my stuff, especially my Switch stuff. So go do that, folks. So anyway, moving on. Super Mario 3D World Switch listings have popped up on Best Buy. It looks like we might be getting close to a proper reveal of Super Mario 3D World on the Switch. Last month, it was reported that Nintendo has been working on remastering several Super Mario games for Switch to celebrate its 35th anniversary of the series. Super Mario 3D World was among the included games. Now, Best Buy has updated its database with an entry for Super Mario 3D World on Nintendo Switch, likely one of its ports in question. The listing itself is not available on Best Buy's website just yet, but Wario64 spotted in its database earlier today, complete with an SKU number. The game listed for $60, which could indicate that Nintendo will be selling each remaster individually, perhaps even release them over a long period of time spread out throughout the year. Obviously, this isn't confirmation that Super Mario 3D World for Switch exists, but given recent reports, we're inclined to believe it. Super Mario 3D World came to Wii U in 2015. Many of its first-party contemporaries received ports on Nintendo Switch so it makes sense that it too will follow. I haven't played Super Mario 3D World yet. I've played a lot of the other ones, like New Super Mario Bros. U and all those other like New Super Mario Brothers and all that good shit. All those games are all really good. I mean, I don't know if you've played any of those, Stefan, at all.
A couple of them, not too many of them. One thing that I had a big issue with some of those newer 3D Mario games is that they don't have a run button, or maybe you have to set it up manually or something, but a lot of them have it so that you have to keep walking in a direction, and then eventually you'll just start running, and I'm just like, this feels dumb. I hate it so much.
Yeah, I hear you. But I'm actually kind of excited to play this. It's like one of those, the Super Mario 3D games, or that series of games that I haven't had the opportunity to play yet. Anybody who's ever been to any of my Mario Maker 2 streams knows that my knowledge of the game was not good when I first started playing it. And I'm like, how do you make things do things? What do you mean the cat? What is this thing? But now that I understand a little bit more, I'm probably gonna pick this game up because it's Mario and it's good. Yeah, So anyway, moving on. Nintendo is going to be ramping up Switch production to cope with demand. Nintendo's reportedly looking to produce more Switch units to compensate for recent shortages. Okay. Yeah, I know. According to a new Nikkei report, sorry I butchered that name, excuse me, Nintendo is working on increasing Switch productions for the current year. Switch has faced global shortages since as early as February, but a recent lockdown worldwide has caused an even bigger strain on stock. Nintendo simply wasn't able to replenish stock as quickly as it would have wanted, but this is changing. According to Nikkei, Nintendo's suppliers were informed of its desire to ramp up production in the April-June period by 10%. That said, Nintendo wouldn't say how many consoles it plans to produce in that period. We hope suppliers will be responsive to the production increase, but for procurement of some parts, the outlook remains uncertain and we can't forecast exactly how many Switches can be supplied, a Nintendo representative told Nikkei. Given the timing of this, it's likely going to be a couple weeks before we can start to notice the effects. This should have been done a long time ago, man.
Yeah, right? Like, give me a chance to get another Switch for friggin' Animal Crossing so we could have had not even...
Right. And, like on my Facebook, there's, like, a whole bunch of people. It's like, man, I wish I'd gotten a Switch beforehand. I can't find... Excuse me, I'm sorry. I can't find one now at all. It's like, this was the worst time for me to want to buy a Switch, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, you probably should have done that before. But... Nintendo really should have been on the ball with this. Like, did the catastrophic catastrophe that was the Wii not teach you anything? You remember that, Nintendo? How people were lining up in droves because they heard there was a possibility that certain stores might have had new stock of them? I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe this is just third world country me talking right now. But I just don't understand why we can't just make more of these things. I mean, I get it. Nintendo's saying that there are specific things and specific little parts and crap like that that are hard to get a hold of. I get it. But we've had, the article said, we've had these shortages since February. It's now almost the end of April. That's 3 months of time. I understand that we're going through a difficult time in the world right now. I get it. But you gotta get on the ball with this, especially since we've known since February, long before this lockdown even started, that there were huge Switch shortages. And hearing that the world was starting to go on lockdown and stuff like that, that should have been the time right there to go, all right, there's a possibility that there's going to be this global thing that's going to make it very difficult for people to do things. We need to get this done now. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But at least we know that Nintendo has the mindset that they're going to produce 10% more from the April-June period I mean, it's only 10%, but I mean, if they make 1 million units, you know, it's an extra 100,000 units to go out in the world. So that's not nothing. You know, at least it's a little something for people to look forward to. So, anyway, moving on. I wanted to talk to you about this, Stefan, because this seemed rather weird to me. Facebook sets its sight on Twitch with the launch of a new game streaming app.
Oh, I've seen this when this popped up, and I've already had an opinion on why this even happened.
All right. So, Facebook has announced plans to launch a new game streaming app, which is expected to hit later today on mobile. The app, which naturally will be called Facebook Gaming, hopes to harness the power of Facebook's 700 million monthly users who engage with game content on their website, according to a report by the New York Times. Facebook Gaming will initially only be available on Android devices with an app for iOS rolling out down the line. Originally expected to hit later this June, the app's release was pushed forward as a result of the global pandemic, which caused a rise in the number of users gaming and streaming at home. Investing in gaming in general has become a priority for us because we see gaming as a form of entertainment that really connects with people, Facebook exec Fiji Simo told the publication. We see it as a big rise in gaming during quarantine. The app won't include advertising at launch. Rather, it will make its money from a star system that allows viewers to tip streamers, out of which Facebook will take a cut. We don't want to be in the background window in a Chrome tab while someone is doing their homework or doing something else, Facebook's Vivek Sharma adds. With mobile, you'll have the app open while you're using the app. It's in the foreground. You can't do anything else on your mobile phone, and that's extremely powerful. All right. Stefan.
Oh, I wonder who started this. Does anyone know of a big streamer from the retro community that went over to Facebook recently? The Mexican Runner. He was a pretty huge streamer on Twitch for a retro streamer. And he went over to Facebook. Now Facebook is pairing with Twitch. Seems a little...
See, I don't understand. How are they pairing with Twitch? So you're telling me that
that's what I'm saying.
If somebody on Facebook watching this Facebook gaming thing, like tips a streamer, like say, here's a $20 tip, Facebook's going to take a cut? Isn't Twitch going to take a cut down too?
You would think.
Don't you think?
Either that or Facebook is paying Twitch advertisement money so that they can, use their name or something. I have no idea how it's going to work yet, but I'm sure we'll find out in the next few months. Also, thanks for the follow.
Yeah. But I just don't... This doesn't... No, and no. This makes absolutely no sense to me to want to be able to use this. I mean, who exactly are you going to reach out to on Facebook? Who possibly? I just don't... It doesn't make any sense to me. Because it's like...
Your mom.
Yeah. Like, who?
Your mom.
Who are you gonna reach out to on Facebook that you can't just be like, oh, hey, guys, I'm streaming. Here's the Twitch app. Or here's the Twitch link. Come and watch me on Twitch. But it's like, oh, well, Facebook's they want to get their little chunk of the money out of this. It's like, how could that possibly be advantageous to the streamer? There's no way. There's no possible way that could be advantageous. Unless you're one of those people that just randomly goes around and click on this person. Oh, I've got 17,000 friends on my Facebook, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, how many of them do you actually know? Like 6? There's no way. And like Game Hunter is saying in the chat right now, that like the Facebook guidelines, like Twitch already has enough things that to make it so that you are limited to what you're allowed to do. They're not so bad, but like imagine like what Facebook's gonna say that you can and can't do. So now not only is there like a guideline from Twitch that you have to go on, now there's a guideline from Facebook that you're not allowed to go on. Like, you have to imagine that one or the other is going to, you know, have something that the other doesn't have. So, like, let's say if, like, Twitch is like, oh, okay, well, what if...
Yeah, really though.
Yeah. So it's like... I don't know.
I think it's mostly... I don't know. The way I was thinking about it is that possibly maybe Facebook is just going to push all their community at Twitch instead, and Twitch just pays out Facebook for getting their people over to there. I don't know how it would work otherwise, man, because, I mean, there's no way that someone's going to say, oh, I'm coming over from Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, you can take this money. Oh, Twitch, do you want some talk? Okay, so I get even smaller, man.
Right. It also, like, this Facebook gaming app is talking about, like, oh, when you use this app, it's going to be the only thing you can do with your phone. It's like, are you... Really? Like, do you really feel that you're that fucking important that you need to be the only thing that people can do on their phone is watch this app? I mean, come on. Sometimes you just want some background noise. Like they're saying, oh, we don't want people doing their homework or anything else while they're watching this shit. It's like, how dare you tell me what I'm allowed to do when I'm watching Twitch? Maybe I'm just, like, you know, lurking in the background and I want to just, like, be able to interact every once in a while. You know, maybe I have something else to do, but I want to support somebody. You know, while being there. Sometimes, like, you know, Steve is saying, sometimes it's like it's a therapeutic thing, and I jump onto somebody's stream so that it helps me, like, go to sleep or something like that. Because, like, I will admit there are particular streamers and people on YouTube that, like, if I tune into their movies, it relaxes me to the point where I can fall asleep. It's not because their content's boring. It's just because, like, what they're doing and what they're covering is therapeutic, you know?
The lurk and jerk audience. Fuck, what a way to put it.
Yeah.
I mean, man.
So, this can't possibly be good for the streamer. It can't. The only people that this is good for is Twitch and Facebook. There's no possible way. Because now, not only is it hard, it's not hard enough to get your money from Twitch to begin with. You know, you have to jump through 6,000 hoops to be able to get paid. Now somebody else wants their hand in your coffers? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. There's absolutely no possible reason for a Twitch streamer to want to promote this. There's none. Because the only thing it could possibly do is lose you more money. Oh, maybe you might pick up one or two people off of Facebook who just happen to randomly click, but I don't know about you, but when I go down my Facebook and a movie starts to fuck up, I keep right on going, because I didn't want to watch that, or if I did, I would have clicked it myself.
No movie, he means video, people.
I know. I've called them movies forever. Videos. I'm sorry. He's corrected me on that probably 600,000 times, and I will continue to call them movies.
Okay, anyway. Boomer.
Okay, Boomer. Yeah. Hey, Stefan.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Chicken butt?
Nope. Streets of Rage 4 has a release date.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's April 30th. April 30th is 1 week from now.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage 4 has a release date, and today the developers announced it will include a PvP battle mode. Those looking forward to Streets of Rage 4 will be able to pick up the game on April 30th. The developers have announced today. Alongside the release date, PvP Battle Mode was announced for the game. In it, you'll be able to select a character and brawl with 1, 2, 3 others across several modes. As shown in the trailer above, you can try out Battle Mode with Streets of Rage 4 characters, or pick from a complete roster of 12 retro characters once they're unlocked. Upon release, you can also expect the game to contain music from Streets of Rage 1 and 2, 17 playable characters, and 2-person online co-op, and up to 4-player offline co-op. The game will be released for PC, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One, and will run you $24.99. Yay! It's finally here, Stefan.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I know, right? It's picked.
Being laid off is not working in my favor right now, so...
Right. No, I hear you. But,
don't worry, I'm not going to make it any easier later, so...
But, 1 week, guys. We only have 1 week left, and trust me, you're going to hear about it on the podcast next week because it comes out next Thursday, and you can be goddamn sure at midnight or 12:01 Thursday, April 30th, my ass is going to be downloading that game. I'm going to let the Switch download it too. It's not just going to be my ass.
So that means he's going to be playing 2-player with his ass.
Right? I'll be like, one cheeks, you have great glutes. Go get him. Blaze on one side. The new girl, I can't remember, Cherry Bomber, I think the name is, or whatever, Cherry, whatever shit is. On the other side. Boom. Oh, look at that. Kicking everybody's ass with my butt. Moving on. Anyway. Next Thursday, guys, April 30th, 2020. Release date for Street Fighter 4. So the number of PS5 units will be limited during its first year. A variety of factors could cause PS5 stock to be limited in its first year. According to a new Bloomberg report, Sony is planning to manufacture fewer PS5 units in the console's first year compared to PS4. Although production capacity is unaffected, distribution caused by the coronavirus pandemic, along with the console's expected higher price, may drive demand down. People familiar with Sony's supply chain say that they expect 5 to 6 million units to be produced before the end of March 21st. By comparison, Sony sold 7.5 million of the PS4 in the first 6 months. Full production is set to begin in June, but worldwide travel bans and lockdowns have caused unforeseen problems in other areas. For instance, the report says the company's board of directors are unable to meet in person to decide on certain details. Sony's hardware engineers are also unable to fly to assembly factories to oversee the process. Bloomberg previously reported that Sony is struggling to price the PS5 due to the high-end nature of certain components, as well as their scarcity. The pandemic certainly hasn't helped there. One other area coronavirus disrupted has been Sony's plan to reveal the console. The company may no longer be able to hold a physical event to unveil PS5. Some familiar with these plans also say that last week's DualSense controller reveal was very last minute, as Sony didn't want to really risk any leaks. Some of these plans could change as the coronavirus pandemic evolves, and the report points out, including the PS5's production volume.
Can I be the first one to say that I rarely have ever bought a console brand new as soon as it comes out because, oh, hey, it's a piece of poop. Oh, hey, it overheats. Oh, we're going to make it small. We're going to do this. We're going to make it better. We're going to make it better. We're going to make it better. And all of a sudden it's all like, oh, $11 billion, $1 billion, $1 million, 100,000. Oh, you can buy it now. Like, fuck, man. I'm not interested in buying these consoles as soon as they come out. People are doing it now because, of course, we're all in the social media, I'm sorry to put it any other way, retardation, where we have to, like, oh, get it brand new, because if we don't, then, oh, no one's going to follow me on Instagram. Who gives a shit? If you're going to play it, that's fine. But, I mean, like, these are the same people who are probably trying to sell it, like, in 2 weeks' time so they can get the new Xbox. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I barely play my PS4 right now. I've, like, rarely played it. I think twice I played it.
And, like, for me, for, like, the Switch, I bought the Switch, like, a year past. And I don't feel like I missed anything. I mean, the only thing that I'm, like, regretting about not picking up a PS4 is, like, obviously the Final Fantasy VII re-release. Or the remaster, I'm sorry. But it's, like, as soon as a friend of mine is done with his copy, he's going to let me borrow it. So it's like, alright, I'm not going to miss out on shit. So I just don't, I don't really, like you're saying, I really don't get the need to buy it new other than being like one of those big whale streamers that absolutely has to have the new stuff. Because God forbid they don't stream the same game that 7 fucking billion people are streaming. And let's just take a look at how many people right now on Twitch that are streaming Final Fantasy VII re-release? How many?
But see, at the same time, Scott, these people are also the big streamers, as you just said, who have enough revenue coming in from their viewers that they can buy a handful of these PS5s they want to, and they probably do, and then resell them on eBay for twice the amount because people are going crazy trying to get one as soon as possible. So
it's just the number one game being streamed right now, I mean, if it's not already obvious, is Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm actually surprised. There's less than 10,000 people watching Final Fantasy VII Remake right now. There's twice as many people watching Dead by Daylight. Like 18,000 people watching that. And it's like, alright, I mean, whatever. I mean, oh no, I'm sorry. The just chatting streams of where like 90% of them are women that, you know, have boobs and stuff. You know what I mean. But you know, but when these new games come out, like, I kind of want to play them myself. I've never understood this. I've never understood why. It's like, oh, Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, so now like 7,000 people are going to stream it.
But see, once they get what they need from that stream, then they don't care about watching it again. Or they might watch that person play it over and over for like a week, and then they're like, alright, well, that's enough of that now, so let's move on to whatever the next game is. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not interested in that.
But I want to play the game myself.
That's the reason why I haven't watched it. That's the reason why I don't watch a lot of streams. If they're playing games that I eventually would like to play myself, because I'm not going to ruin it for myself. That makes no sense whatsoever to play a game, like especially an RPG, and know what's going to happen and be like, okay, now I'm going to play it.
Yep. It's kind of like why I unintentionally avoided your Pokemon Sword and Shield streams.
Yep.
Because I eventually am going to play it. I just, I haven't gotten up the urge to want to play it quite yet. Because I was, like, much more interested in getting, like, Dragon Quest XI and Sonic Mania done and stuff like that. And, but now that, like, the big hype has died down, it's not fucking everywhere. I will pick the game up. I will finish it. So now that, like, every time I go into social media, somebody's not fucking ruining something for me.
Yeah, and you know what? I think you'll enjoy it, too.
Yeah. So, moving on. The Steam Game Festival 2020 will kick off on June 9th. The same day that E3 was meant to begin. With E3 2020 officially canceled, the Game Awards host by Jeff Keighley has announced that the Steam Game Festival will be returning once again this year. Steam Game Festival kicks off June 9th, the date... I got hiccups, I'm sorry, excuse me. The date E3 was originally scheduled to start and will run until June 14th. Like the previous Steam Game Festivals, the upcoming event will offer up free game demos to Steam users for a 48-hour window, although Keighley's tweets suggest that this time things might be a bit bigger. Much more news will be coming soon about my plans for the summer, he writes. An entirely new way for all of us to gather and celebrate gaming in these uncertain times. The Steam Game Festival was first announced in 2019, taking place alongside the Game Awards. 6 years ago, I bet everything I had to create the Game Awards as a way to celebrate our passion for gaming, Keighley said at the festival, said at the time. Now feels like the right time to take the next step with the Game Festival, completely digital approach to the consumer event space. Let's face it, not everyone can attend a physical trade show or consumer event. Games Festival is designed from the ground up as an event without barriers, extending the benefits of a physical event to the global gaming community that watches the Game Awards. A spring edition of the event took place in March, highlighting over 40 games whose demos were meant for this year's postponed GDC event. Thank you. This right here is what I'm talking about. Like, all these game developers who were, like, super disappointed that E3 is not going to be able to, showcase their games. Oof. Now they have an outlet for it. And I completely, like, 100,000% agree with Keeley's, with his, let's face it, not everyone can attend a physical trade show or consumer event.
Yep.
You know how much I would love to go to E3
every year. Yeah.
San Diego Comic-Con, stuff like that, which, by the
all
way...
the cons of shit.
San Diego Comic-Con has been canceled this year, by the way. Just throw that out there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, all the video game shows, dude. Like, TwitchCon, AGDQ, like, all that stuff. I would love to go to that stuff. For yourself, I mean, if you really wanted to, for some of them, they could be close enough for you to drive. For me, right. No. I can't drive or go anywhere without spending a small fortune, so...
Right.
And then sharing a place with someone because, hey, I'm a super snorer, as in, like, you better strap down because you will get lifted off the bed. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Trust me. You and I could share a room without a problem. We'd probably kill some people in other rooms, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, this right here is perfect.
Yep.
This is right here is like people can't attend a physical trade show or consumer event. It's designed from the ground up as an event without barriers, extending the benefits of a physical event to the global gaming community that watches the game. All right. Take note, E3. This is what you should be doing from now on.
This is what everyone should be doing.
This is how E3 needs to evolve. It needs to evolve to the point where everyone has access. Not just the people who live in specific areas, not just people who have the extra money to be able to fly out to these events and take the time off and do all that good shit. It should be accessible to everybody because everybody has the possibility of gaming. You know? So the events like this, you know, the Steam Game Festival, everybody has access to it. If you can get Steam on your computer, you can go to this event. It's just that plain and simple. It's perfect, and other companies should note this, and I hope this goes off perfectly so that other companies will take note and start doing things like this, specifically E3.
And I think that for our community, we should start doing some watching watching together on Discord kind of thing, so that we can all watch these different video gaming events and being able to see all these new upcoming games and indie games that we all actually want to play.
All right. I think that'd be a great idea, especially like for those of us who are like interested. I always, and I'm telling you right now, I always forget about when events are coming up.
Yep, me too.
You know how many? You remember how many? Remember? Do you know how many Nintendo Directs I've watched live? I'll give you a guess. It's somewhere between 1 and -1.
Me too.
I have never made one live. Not because I'm not interested, it's because I always forget that it's coming.
Yep. So, even with the people reminding us sometimes, so.
Yep. So I think that's a great idea. Something we should discuss on the Discord for time. But anyway, we digress. Last little article I have here from VG247, Terraria is its final major update.
You're lucky, because I forgot all about that this was... I'm so excited for this, dude.
Terraria Journey's End, the fourth and final major update for the indie sandbox game, will launch on PC May 16th. Developer Relogic announced today. Which a couple days ago, anyway. Alongside the announcement, studio founder Andrew Spinks tweeted out a screenshot of Terraria's game creation window, which shows Journey and a new Master Mode added to its list of difficulty options. So far...
I'm sorry, I'm excited.
So far, there's no word on when we might see the update hit other platforms. Relogic has previously stated that Journey's End will come to consoles, mobile, and Switch, but likely not at the same time. Journey's End was first revealed during E3's PC gaming show in 2019. The update adds 800 new craftable items, enemy types, revamped biomes, new weather effect, an in-game bestiary, and golf, among other things. It's also Terraria's final major update. It's not the end for Terraria, but it's not the end for Terraria, says the studio in their announcement FAQ. There's plenty more coming down the road for console Switch mobile, including some things we haven't revealed just yet. And with the available mods, plus any future mods, on top of what is a very robust core game, we are confident Terraria will be trucking along for many, many years to come.
Oh god.
Of course, we will stay involved with all of you. You make this possible, and we always enjoy hanging out. For Relogic, this means that we will finally be tackling our second title. We do not know yet what it will be, and it may not even be a Terraria title, so expect a time of silence from us on that front until we are ready to share more of what we decide to pursue.
Oh, are you playing with us when we start up this, dude?
How can I say no? I haven't played Terraria in a while. This sounds really exciting.
We're planning on doing it at least for Saturday evenings. So I don't know how that works for you.
Yeah, I mean that sounds great. Right for right now, it sounds absolutely wonderful. Because like this is coming out when they said May 16th. So
oh baby,
in about a month. But this is exciting, man. This is like a big content thing, and you know. I'm interested in seeing what like some of these new modes are, like a master mode.
Well, I mean, the last time we played, we done expert mode. So now master mode is new and journey mode is new, and I don't know what journey mode. Well, I don't even know what master mode is either, but I assume it's going to be even harder than expert.
Yeah.
But I mean, what is journey mode? Because it's below normal, but like, is it? I don't know. Maybe there's like quest line. Who knows?
Maybe I would assume it'd be more like a super guided thing where it's like instead of it like being oh hey you can free roam, it's like oh hey go do this quest and now go here, travel to this place and go find this and come back, and maybe it might be like an RPG sort of thing, you know. So maybe it'll be a way for like Terraria players to be able to go oh okay I don't know all of the stuff, you know, guide me along the game for now, and once I learn everything I can go play the game however I want. And I would assume master mode is going to be like a super difficult compared to expert mode, where like
we had so much fun on expert as it was. So yeah, we're looking forward to master mode because I mean basically it went from normal to hard to expert, kind of like within the game itself. So I mean, once you got to a certain point, it was that's where the difficulty increased, and you kind of had to like make your character better in order to keep going, or you were screwed. But yeah, no, I'm very much looking forward to this. This is going to be so good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of like, I'm giving some looks as to what, I mean, some of these bosses look just like absolutely batshit crazy on Master Mode. Like, Wall of Flesh was doing like 180 something damage. Yeah.
Oh, that's when you minecart it though. See, you minecart your way all the way through hell.
So it's like, like holy shit, 180 something damage from Flesh. Like, what the fuck, man? Holy shit, that's a lot of damage.
And you can choose if you want Crimson or Corruption, which is kind of fun too.
Right. So yeah, I mean, damn, you got some stuff coming for Terraria in the near future, guys.
So good.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on, I only have a couple articles from Destructoid.com this week. So Gunbird is the second Psycho Shump jetting to Steam. Earlier this week, publisher City Connection revealed that it will be bringing a string of classic Psycho Shumps to the PC via Steam. We already know that the first on the agenda is Strikers 1945, and we now know it will be followed up by all-time coin-op classic Gunbird in May. Released in arcades back in 1994, before later being ported to PlayStation, Sega Saturn, Gunbird is a great-looking, slick example of the Shump catalog. Players guide a weird and wacky cast of characters through 7 stages of frenzied action on a quest to construct a magic mirror that will grant its owner one wish. With great pixel graphics, fast action, fun character designs, and a cool soundtrack, Gunbird still holds up very well today, over 2 decades since its original release. As with other titles in the City Connection Shump releases, players will be able to tweak various in-game options, choose from a selection of filters, and select screen orientation. Gunbird will launch on PC via Steam May 11th. Strikers 1945 releases April 30th. I have played this game before. very limitedly. Like a friend of mine owned a Saturn back in the day, and like Gunbird was one of the games that we did have the opportunity of playing. This game's fun, man. This game's fun as hell.
They've had a lot of releases like this, like of, I guess, re-releases of, what are they called? Shoot 'em up games. Is it Darius? That's a shoot 'em up as well?
Yeah.
There was a huge Darius collection release recently as well, and I'm pretty sure there was like 2 or 3 other collections that were released recently that were like...
Yeah.
I forgot to mention it to you, but I was like, yeah, Scott needs to know about this.
Oh, yeah. There were actually... The Darius collection was actually 2 different Switch games that had like all of the Darius games attached to it, and there's a lot. Like, Darius has a very, very large library of games. It's something like 12 or 13 games. It's a pretty huge collection of games. So, but yeah, this seems to be like a really popular genre right now, and Gunbird definitely was one of those better games. It's not one of the harder games, I will say, because we were able to complete it 2 players, so it's not incredibly difficult like some of them are, but it's still like extremely fun to play. So I would say, take a look at it. It's already on my Steam wish list. As soon as I saw this article, I was like, give me a second, I gotta go open up Steam for a second. Wish listed, so that when it comes out, it'll be like, hey, Gunbird's out. Like, yes. Anyway, moving on. So there are a few Switch Joy-Con colors that might be going away.
No.
As Nintendo continues to deal with a supply chain woes, the future of certain pieces of hardware is uncertain. That could include specific Joy-Con colors. Look, there's a ton of Joy-Con colors at the moment. Maybe too many. I'm sure there's one person on the earth who owns all of them and will probably be on a Toys That Made Us type documentary one day for the Switch. So maybe there's just enough. Who am I to judge? Anyway, the below 3 colors might be taking a break or could go down for the count if the Japanese Nintendo accessories page is anything to go by. As translated by Japanese Nintendo, the phrase Seisson Shoryu is listed as the aforementioned color combinations, which roughly translate to end of production. As Japanese Nintendo points out, they are still available on the Nintendo of Japan store, but once that stock runs out, they could be sold out forever. This is just a heads up in case you're that one person who wants to catch them all. We've reached out to Nintendo for clarification. So you got like the classic gray. I'm really surprised to see like the classic gray is going to be one of those colors that's phasing out.
Yeah, people don't care for the bleak gray color. I mean,
yeah,
but at the same time, then there goes a vibrant yellow and a red. So I mean, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of curious about like why they would worry about phasing colors out.
Mm-hmm. Again, why would you get rid of anything? If people want to buy it, let them buy it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Like, it's different if you had, like, oh, we have 1 million gray controllers and no one's bought any in, like, 2 years. Okay, I understand. But, like, it'd be different if, like, oh, I don't know if we're going to sell any gray anymore because we're down to our last, like, 10 boxes or so. Like, well, okay, we'll fucking make more then. Obviously, people want to buy them. I mean, don't make 100,000 more. Just make another couple, boxes and see how it goes. And if they sell great, if they don't, well, keep them. And then go on eBay under a different name later and then sell them for Nintendo for extreme prices because people will buy them. Mm-hmm. So, there you go.
Yeah, it's just one of those strange things. It was just like...
it's the same thing with the fucking amiibos, dude. Like, oh, we're not going to make any of these amiibos anymore, so idiots who bought 1 billion of them can make more money off of you guys. Mm-hmm. Like, why? What? You don't want our money. You'd rather give it to a random stranger. Are you serious right now? Like, come on, man.
It's just those strange little business decisions that I don't get. It's like, I understand. I don't... Like, if I was a company that would, like, say, oh, hey, there's, like, 300... Like, I'm just spitballing a number out here. I don't know what the actual number is,
no.
So don't go by this. If there's, like, 60 million Wii units out there, and we've made 6 million amiibos, and they sell out, how many more do you make? Like, I don't feel that all 60 million people are going to buy specific amiibos. I own one. No, I'm sorry. I own two. Two? I have that one? I have two. I'm sorry. I got Little Mac, and I have Samus. So, that's it.
Yeah, I got a few amiibos. Just a couple. Yeah, just a few amiibos there, Scott. Yeah. That goes all the way down to that TV. Yeah.
But
some people like to buy all of them, Scott.
Oh, I know. But the question is, like, playing devil's advocate, how many more do you make? You know, I would say, make 1 million more.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you say, like, nah, we're just not gonna make any more? Yeah, seen as like I said, this guy and this guy and this guy bought like 50 of each of them. We're just going to stop making them and let them sell them for like $100 a piece and lose out on all this money. It's like, why wouldn't you rather just say, okay, well, let's make a few more and we'll sell them until no one wants to buy them, and then we'll do that later. Or set it as a prize for, oh, hey, you're a Nintendo Club member for X amount of years. Guess what? We're going to send you these amiibos that no one can get anymore. I don't know about you, but I'd be like, Deadly, it's basically getting little statuettes of a bunch of characters. So if you never had these, then all of a sudden you have a bunch for just being a Nintendo Club member. It would be awesome. That's what I'm saying.
Yep. And it incentivizes you to do more stuff through Nintendo.
This is what you do with your leftover stock, Nintendo. You give it back to people later as free shit.
Yep.
So that you don't have to make a new product to give them later as an award or prize or something. And people would be happy with it. That's the thing.
Yep. What do we know? We're just a couple of guys doing a podcast.
Yeah, hold on now, Scott. Give it a year and they'll start doing that.
I know.
Oh, what's the podcast again?
Ooh, the
more ideas.
The retro independent political podcaster give us a good idea. Wow. Well, we just got super racial, and I'm moving on.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway.
We apologize.
Anyway. Super Mario Maker 2's final update will let players make their own worlds. And the frog suit returned. Yeah. Shame on you and your family. Anyway, Super Mario Maker 2 has seen its fair share of updates, but its last one may be its last... God almighty, let me restart that, please. Super Mario Maker 2 has seen its fair share of updates, but its last one may be its best yet. Nintendo dropped a new trailer for the game showcasing all the elements coming to the title this week, including the World Maker mode.
Mm-hmm.
Now, instead of just creating individual levels, we'll be able to string them together into our own little worlds. Or not so little, because we'll actually be able to craft 8 different worlds with up to 40 levels.
Scott, when this first came out as the first Super Mario Maker, this was the first thing I said is, why can't we do this?
Mm-hmm. But what do we know? We're just guys doing podcasts. In addition to World Maker, Super Mario Maker 2 will introduce the Super Mario Bros. 2 mushroom that turns Mario into his Super Mario Bros. 2 form, letting him pick up enemies just as he did in the Nintendo Classic. The frog suit also returns from Super Mario Bros. 3, the Super Acorn from New Super Mario Bros. U, and the Boomerang suit.
What?
Also coming in the update are a set of masks that change Mario's abilities, including the Goomba mask, the Bullet Bill mask, and the Red Pow Block. The Koopalings also coming to this update, letting you add some variety to your boss battles. Phanto from Super Mario Bros. 2 is also joining the game with a new Cursed Key item, as is Mecha Koopa with a whole new set of abilities. Final update for Super Mario Maker 2 was available yesterday.
Yeah, I agree, Game Hunter. Where's Wart, man?
Right?
I mean, you guys could reuse him for so long. Like, did you guys, like, get a copyright from someone? And they're just like, nah, you can never use Wart again. What is he from?
My only issue with that, and I'm to devil's advocate this again, the reason why Wart's not possible is because Super Mario Bros. 2 is not a playable game type. It is a power-up. And the ability to beat Wart would require you to have that power-up. If you lose it, then how do you beat him?
No, what I'm saying is, why don't they have Wart as a character anymore in anything ever?
Because Super Mario Brothers 2 wasn't actually Super Mario Brothers.
Well, I know that, but come on, man. They've already ruined it already. They might as well fucking run with it now. Shy Guys weren't in Mario World either, and all of a sudden, look at that. Oh, they're everywhere. So, nah.
They showed up in Yoshi's Story and Yoshi's Island, so...
Oh, and where were they originally?
I know, but...
And also in the game Doki Doki Panic, come on, I think they were also in there as them originally, so...
Yeah, they were, I mean... We all know, we all know, Doki Doki Literature Club, Jesus.
I knew you were going there.
God damn it. Doki Doki Panic. Jesus Christ, I almost said it a second fucking time. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's so good.
I got DDLC on the mind, I'm sorry. But, Doki Doki Panic was, obviously just like, oh, here's Super Mario Bros. 2, just put on stuff and whatnot. But, you're right, it's where it's supposed to be a thing,
I mean, at the very least, they could bring back Wart in a game to just have, I don't know, Princess Peach. Come on, man, I don't care what you do, just do something with him. Like, he's just sitting on the sideline, it's like, man, Jesus, Bob's never had me in a game since the fucking 80s, and I guess I'm never going to be used. Dust off this, like, warty ass of mine. No.
You know what would be a great place to just have him show up?
Smash Bros!
Well, yes. But I think a great place for him to just show up randomly would be like Mario Party.
Yeah, well, anywhere. I don't even care. Just bring him back.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I mean, let's also remember that Super Mario Brothers 2 was only a dream, and Wart never existed, and blah, 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 whatever. That means that Shy Guys didn't exist, but here they are in Yoshi's Story, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but maybe they made it in a dream because they were from there. And we just didn't know it at the time.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm done.
Anyway,
fucking.
So, moving on. Last thing we got from SDK, Capcom's Switch eShop sale is tempting. It's super tempting. Love a good Capcom sale, I really do. This latest sale in the North American Nintendo Switch eShop might fish a few bills from your wallet if you've been waiting for deals on Devil May Cry, Dragon's Dogma, or Mega Man, Resident Evil, Okami, or Onimusha. The double dip potential is strong. Most of these spring sales are hitting the $10 to $15 sweet spot. We got the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle, which is only $10, and there's a lot of decent games in there. Capcom did a lot of decent beat 'em ups. Captain Commando is one of my favorite, and it's not even good. It just has one of my favorite characters.
Collections. I mean, that's what I would go for more than anything else.
Devil May Cry 1 and 2 are $12. Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen's $15. Mega Man 11's down to $15. Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 and X Collection 1 and 2 are only $10 a piece. So, jeez. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate's $20. Okami HD's $10. Onimusha Warlord's $10. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy is $15. The trilogy is $15 for Phoenix Wright. It's like $5 a game for Phoenix Wright. It's a good deal. Resident Evil and Resident Evil 0 both $15. RE4, 5, and 6 are $20. Revelations and Revelations 2, $10 a piece. And Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, $15.79. So you have a really, really, really good list of games right here. And I'm just saying, Mega Man Legacy Collections coming out for $10 a piece. You don't own those, you really should relatively soon. Because getting those at $10 a piece, I mean, pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I just highlighted part of that.
Oh, yeah. A few of these deals, including Dragon Dogma, now are new lows on the eShop, according to Daily Deals. You can spend a ton of cozy time with your Switch if you're up for playing a flawed RPG with crazy good combat and magic, or revisiting Clover's epic folktale action-adventure game. It's a shame that Resident Evil re-releases aren't impulse-worthy, at least not for me. I own too many copies on too many platforms out there to be buying Resident Evil 4 and Switch for $20. That said, Revelations and Revelations 2 have the right idea. That's a price I can get behind without remorse. The Capcom Spring Sale will run until April 29th. April 28th until 11:59, so April 29th. So you've got about a week. While it's not a Capcom game, I will also point out that Celeste is just $4.99 on the eShop right now, which is a steal. It's an essential pick if you're a platformer fan, one that'll never go out of fashion. By the way, $4.99 for Celeste, guys. $4.99. And Celeste is a pretty good game.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things that if you don't have it yet, $5. Yeah. So anyway, that's all of that good stuff from Capcom going on for the next week. I'm probably going to be picking up a few of these things. Probably some of the Mega Man, like, I mean, $10 a piece to have like the entirety of Mega Man 1 through 10 and Mega Man X through X8. I mean, it's like 18 games for $40. I mean, it's like paying $2 a piece for Mega Man games. It's pretty good.
Much, yeah.
I'm just saying. But anyway, that will do it for this week's news from SDK. And as always, it's now my time to pass the torch over to my co-host, Stefan, the Old World Gamer.
All right, so I was giving you a creepy face. So you know what time it is, Scott? You know what time it is. You always forget about this for some reason. I don't know why, because it's always the start of every time he passes over me. He's always Scott's like, "No, hold on, give me back."
I feel like it's about that time. It's about that time for my favorite portion of the podcast. It's your favorite portion of the podcast. It should be everybody's favorite portion of the podcast. And if it's not, like, what are you doing? We're almost a year into the podcast now, man. It's like we have like 40-something episodes of the podcast.
That's like, a lot. It's under 40, but still, we're getting.
we're close. We're going to be about 40 episodes when we get to the first year of the podcast. I mean, come on, man. How can this not be your favorite portion of the podcast?
Now, before you say that, Jeremy, about the wallet running away and losing all the cash, remember, some of these games are not even released yet, so there's a little relief on your wallet.
Mm-hmm. A little bit. But not only does the Capcom sale have a whole bunch of really cool deals and stuff like that, something else does, and it's going to be the best of Steam.
All right, Scotty. You got some good ones this week. I think we got a pretty good
on my Steam right now.
What's that?
I still have Gunbird sitting on my Steam right now.
First one we're starting with is Dragon Blazers. All right, want to remind you some 16-bit arcade vibes. You like Toriyama style? Just take a look to Dragon Blazers. Music's by the amazing David Revell. All right, 17th of July 2020. This is coming out by Self. I assume they're probably not English, but that's okay because you ready to watch this, Scott?
Mm-hmm.
This looks actually really fun. Oh!
What the?
Yeah! Whoa, 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 that is a crazy-ass tiger. Oh, shit. Doesn't this feel like early Dragon Ball Z? But, like, super fun? Like the Dragon Balls... Or, sorry, not Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball.
Why does that title screen not have the same name as the game?
What did it have? What did it say?
It said, like, Arcade Battlers or something like that.
Arcade Battlers. Okay.
That's not the name of the game.
Dragon Blazers. Arcade Battlers.
What the hell? Whoa, wait, whoa. What the hell's going on here? Wait, what happened?
Arcade Battlers, November 25th, 2019. Hold on now.
What happened?
Okay, it's not something on Steam, but now I'm just like, wait.
Hold on.
I mean, it looks really good. They probably had to change the name. Oh, that could be true. It could have been something that they had released earlier and just wasn't fully finished or something.
Okay, so Bakugan Arcade Battlers was the Japanese title for it. So I'm guessing. Oh wait, that's Bakugan. I'm stupid as hell, and I'm moving on. Ignore I even said that, folks. Yeah, this is weird because like everywhere else, it's being called Arcade Battlers. Huh.
Back again, I haven't heard that name in years. Alright, well, anyways, it looked really good.
Yeah, it did. That looked fun as hell.
So
I don't know if you saw me sitting there with the gaping maw that I had watching that.
So whether it's called Arcade Battlers or Dragon Blazers doesn't really matter to me as long as I get to play it because it looks good.
Hell yeah, that is wish listed in a half.
Next up, Street Cleaner, the video game. Scott's all like, what in the fuck is he showing us now?
But here we go.
Hold on
It's
now.
gonna be another fucking deer.
From the dark streets of San Diego to the deepest depths of the criminal underworld, control the street cleaner as he takes down outlaw scum in search of justice. This is coming out fall 2020. Creaky Lantern Games, action indie pixel graphics platformer 2D. Let's watch that first trailer. And tell me you don't want to play this shit. Take out the garbage. Oh, snap, man. That was... Kind of reminds you of The Messenger. Yeah, I can see that. The whole ninja feel. The soundtrack is fantastic.
Here it is.
Huh? Didn't have a DJ. Well, at least the dudes you're fighting are, like, huge. You definitely know they're bosses. The composer's name is also Street Cleaner?
That kind of looks like the guy from Road Rash got, like, really fucking pissed off and just started beating the fuck out of people.
He's like, yeah, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with races. We're just going in and beating the crap out of these people. This is so much easier to make money this way. Just take their money.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool.
Dude,
hitting the wish list with that.
Oh, hold on now. The second video, I don't know if it auto-played for you or not, but it just showed an NES card, and I'm like, hold on now. Don't tease me. I want one.
Right.
Actually, then Whitehead's all like, I got one. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, see that fall 2020. See, I told you I'm saving your pockets so far.
Yeah,
anyways,
you got time to wait.
Spirit of Glace. Help tell the story of Glace, a small creature who suddenly blinks into existence and must find purpose in a world torn apart by mysterious force. Based on the original 2004 classic, played by millions, Spirit of Glace is an open world adventure platformer with a story you won't forget. And release date is soon. It's indie adventure action platformer remake. There is no videos for it, which is kind of disappointing, but from all the stills they have there, it looks pretty good.
Looks pretty cool, yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Gimmick a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I see what you're saying.
With the like the enemies being kind of like, you know.
It's kind of like Gimmick and Kirby had like a love child, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah. Alright, so that one's on my wish list, but we'll keep an eye out for that. I couldn't remember because I thought I brought this up once before, but I couldn't find it in any of the podcasts, so I thought I would this time. It's called Death Trash. A post-apocalyptic action role-playing game where cosmic horrors crave humanity, but meet punks with shotguns. Explore a handcrafted story campaign in open world. Craft flesh items, talk to monsters, journey, customize, shoot, hack and slash, use stealth, your choice. Early access indie RPG action single player. It's going on my wish list. Let's watch the trailer.
First thing that comes to the screen. Fuck.
Grumble. Continue on your flesh.
Nice ass.
Ew.
What?
You just puked and picked it up? Gross. Whoa. Whoa! Alright.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow, yep.
Whoa! Got fucked up. Yeah, alright. That's different.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Fallout and... Is it Shadowrun?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it definitely.
Looks pretty good.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Alright, so we're going to keep plowing through these. Ooh, here's one that I think Mr. Six would enjoy. Inspector Waffles. Inspector Waffles, a witty detective cat, has been called to investigate the murder of Fluffy, beloved CEO of Box Furnitures. At this point-and-click adventure game, interrogate, gather clues, and solve the biggest case in town, but be warned, curiosity killed the cat. Ooh, puns! Coming out in 2020 by Galoso Game. Galasso. Adventure point-and-click detective 2D puzzle. Let's give her a watch.
In a world of cats and dogs.
We do have a lot of cat fans in our
Witty
community.
Inspector Cat. And a loyal sniffer dog. Our goal to solve an impossible mystery. Why a falling cat didn't land on its feet. Oh, geez, it actually said that.
Whoa.
But be warned, curiosity killed the cat. Inspector Waffles, coming 2020.
Didn't look too bad for point and
Yeah, it
click.
looked pretty cool.
And I don't mind point and click, so I'm putting it on my wish list. Alright, and there is a demo available to download right now if you want to check it out.
Cool.
Next up is There Is No Light. This one's also coming soon. Developers Zelart, published by Hypertrain Digital. The entire population of the planet is eradicated by a global catastrophe. Now the fate of the world as we know it lies in the shoulders of but one man. Battle your way through bloodthirsty demonic forces to bring order to the world, or become the herald of its destruction. Ooh, ooh. Action indie, great soundtrack, pixel graphics. Oh, trailer.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, right? It's very Diablo-like. At least that's what I found.
Another game came to mind for me.
All right.
This kind of gives me like Secret of Mana feels.
Okay.
Yes, please.
All right, on to the wish list it goes.
Yep. That looked awesome.
And it looks amazing, like the backgrounds and all the little visual details. And I like that there's isometric, and then there's just regular, like your standard top down.
Yeah, right.
That was pretty cool as well. I like
pretty
that.
Neat, yeah, I'm a fan of that.
So, up next we have Sulver's Journey. Sulver's Journey is a fantasy adventure that follows the warrior Sulver as he searches planet Marath to collect the 8 shards of the planetary crystal that have been scattered across planet Marath by the space conqueror Genesis. June 2020. Angel Star Studios action-adventure early access platformer. Let's watch the trailer. I found the running to be a little bit strange at first, but other than that, it looks like it's a pretty solid game. Oh god, a beam. Alright. Is that not a beam? That's confusing.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
Game Hunter saying it's definitely Mega Man X inspired. It even has like that same animation, like when he takes damage, where he has like that animation.
Yeah.
Like once X gets like the armor, and he takes like the half damage, you see that he does like that animation when he gets hit. Definitely like inspired by that, but
no, I did find that some of the stills had better looking pictures than some of the parts of the video. Like this one here with the water looks really great.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how close this one tree is in the foreground. Holy shit.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I like it.
So yeah, it looks interesting. I think it has some potential for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the last one I have on my list right now is called Brave Earth Prologue.
Okay.
This is published by Danjin Entertainment, and as we know, I follow Danjin quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't think you're going to be upset about this one, Scott. A master-crafted 2D action platformer designed with the utmost attention paid to player psychology, affecting a sublimely challenging and classic experience. 5 years in the making by Kayin, the creator of I Wanna Be the Guy.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, Scott. Just give it...
Oh, boy.
Trailer time.
Mm-hmm.
Female protagonist, by the way.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. How dare you fucking show me something like that?
Yeah, I told you, dude.
How dare you?
Coming very soon. It's not out yet.
Not fucking soon enough. Jesus Christ, I've never wanted a game that you've showed me more than that one.
So.
Holy shit. I
dude.
want the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I literally went to their Discord and told them immediately. I was like, yeah, we are featuring Brave Earth on the podcast because, oh man, that is just...
God damn it.
Yeah, very, very nice, right? It's the thigh. Yeah, that's what did it. When her skirt blew up the end, he was all like...
I was like... hands above table, hands above table.
We're live right now.
Oh my god, that looked so good.
So, I would probably say that is the pick of the week.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, oh yeah. No, that was why I saved what I would say the best for last right there. That was...
Yeah, you think?
Oh, it was so good, so good. Alright, so enough drooling over that. I actually had to... Yeah, anyways. Next up, I have the news. I don't have too much this week. I have a couple of things from Indie Retro News, followed by Destructoid, and one from Indie Games Plus as well. So, starting out, we have the Ogre King, a PC dungeon crawler with a unique design style, is in development. Zuperdan is no stranger to these parts. He can usually be seen trawling through some dank cave or dungeon looking for some treasure, or at least running the best dungeon drawer resource on the internet called dungeoncrawlers.org. But now he has gone even further, as instead of writing about them, he has created a very unique dungeon crawler called the Ogre King, a first-person grid-based dungeon crawler inspired by old classics such as Dungeon Master and even Eye of the Beholder. So, what makes this dungeon crawler so unique? Well, as you can see by the screenshot and video above, it's pretty obvious right away. This is no ordinary crawler, as this one is a hand-drawn dungeon crawler, a new game from our good friend Zuperdan, all drawn by hand, created for the 1 week personal game jam. My god, I am having so much trouble just trying to read this right now. A game spread over 11 levels, 15 different enemy types, quests, and puzzles with a quest to free the land of Garandiel from the terror of the Ogre King. So let's watch the trailer here.
This is all hand drawn?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Greetings.
This could be interesting, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the other thing we didn't mention about that last game, by the way. So what Game Owner just said, judging from the title, it could be multiple games in the series.
You've already done enough to me. I don't want to.
I apologize.
No, you don't.
No, not really. I'm just doing you a favor, if anything. So yeah, I mean, I don't need to watch much more other than, I mean,
Yeah,
I want to play it.
great.
I like dungeon crawlers, and to be fully hand-drawn like this, I mean,
That's impressive.
it's very impressive, and I don't think like the programming or coding for this would be too difficult.
Ooh, right.
But yeah, it still looks like it's fairly well done. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, ooh, this is one you might enjoy. SVLCVSS D, a work-in-progress pseudo 3D shooter demoed on the Amiga. So, although I don't usually do writing on weekends, I prefer... This is the person who is doing the article, by the way. I prefer spending time with loved ones. We aren't going to miss out on this Amiga announcement, as thanks to a heads-up from Saberman, of course, we've been told about a new game that is currently being developed for the Amiga called SVLCVSS D. A game whereby you can download as a work-in-progress demo right now, all coded by Kobe, Dark Elf, and Coyote 1122, testing by Lemming 880 and requiring only an Amiga 500 with at least 1 megabyte of RAM. And it's one of those 3D shooters, so fine. And Gotta love Saberman. He's always finding this cool stuff.
I know, right? Like 95% of the things.
Yeah.
Retro Indie News is assaulted by Saberman.
He just finds and plays a lot of these games.
I know.
Strange name. I hope they give it a real name because SVLCVSS.
I wanna call it. Jesus. I want to call it Soulcuss, like the V's are used, like Soulcuss.
Soulcuss D.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Alright, can we get the gameplay, please? Ooh. Hurry up, play some more.
Wait, is this like... This is like... What's it called? From Gyrus.
Yeah.
Which I very much like.
But this one, like, it seems like the level kind of moves back and forth a little bit. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that. Game over.
Like when you go to the left, it looks like the tube moves with you. Well, it sounds weird to say, but...
No, I got what you're saying.
Oh god, oh god.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, they're moving up, down, left, or right? Or...
Yeah, it looks like the tube moves with them, so that gives you a little bit more
okay.
perception of being in, like, the tube kind of thing. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look like it takes much to actually do that, but...
Alright. I'd say this is, like, very, very, very Gyrus inspired.
Oh, definitely. Yeah! Looks to be an inspiration to the classic C64 game Gyrus, in which you rotate your ship in a pseudo 3D shooter blasting away oncoming enemies.
Well...
Up next we have Trailmarch. A new RPG is coming to Amiga from Pixel Shift Interactive. Do like me some RPGs. If you love dungeon crawlers or RPGs in general, then as noted by Solo, Pixel Shift Interactive is working on a new game for the Amiga called Trailmarch. An indie-developed role-playing game for the Amiga computer system, harkening back to the days of Bard's Tale and Might and Magic. In light of this news, the developer behind this game has not only done a full story of Trailmarch on their website, but going back as far as last month, you can also view the latest teasers below from YouTube. Oh. Shopkeepers, character generation, full battle sequence with Victor. Oh my god. Okay, let's watch this one. Although a more in-depth story can be viewable through the main website, the developer... Oh my god, it's so loud. Okay. The developer, Thomas, has noted the game will feature 4 character choices, including races and classes, experience and level up progress through the game, new abilities per class, turn-based combat, and grid-based movement, lots of treasure, day and night cycles, a grand story with epic boss battles, optional content, and finally all of this working on an ECS AGA Amiga computer with at least 1 megabyte of chip RAM as either ADF, installable HD, or as an CD32 ISO. Nice. Whoa. This kind of reminds me of Shadowgate a little bit, with the way the music sounds. Thanks, no problem for watching. But no, other than that, yeah, it's nice to have all the extra characters and stuff. Man, so much Amiga stuff. Next up, we have Kitsune's Curse, a fabulous new platformer for the Amstrad CPC. Another great heads up for our for our indie retro news readers, as we've just been told by Juan J. Martinez that he has now released his new game for the Amstrad CPC called Kitsune's Curse. Yes, indeed, from the same creator behind the Dawn of Colonel, Magica, Golden Tail, Space Pest, Control, Rescuing Orc, and even Night Knight, which was released on the MSX, comes a new game that is sure to excite many in the Amstrad community. What's more, if you love playing the Koga Magic back in 2016 Golden Tail by Juan J. Martinez, you'll be pleased to know that this is a continuation to the game, which improves on its predecessor with more screens, more enemies, and new challenges as a flip-screen platformer for the Amstrad CPC with 64K of RAM or more. So yes, a game not to be missed, and more so that it was created by a very talented retro gamer indeed. Whoa!
Huh.
Okay. You should need that potion, didn't you, bud? Oh, Jesus. I was wondering what was on the go with those things.
I'm curious as if, like, how you control the thing.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Oh, okay. I would like to see this on the NES as well.
Right?
This looks so much fun. Oh, shit. Dude, watch out for the spiders, Mom. Okay. Oh, come on, man.
Get the key on the back.
I was gonna say, you can take the low road, it's way easier. Although, no, you still got a shit ton of spotters, so. And you got hit by, you knew that one was there. You can see his fucking.
Well, you gonna die.
Okay, I would play the shit out of this. Oh, okay. It was almost over anyways. But anyways, yeah, that looks really good. And now we need an Amstrad. Alright, but first the Amiga. Amiga needs to come first.
Yeah. It's gotta be the Amiga first.
Amiga, and then it's C64. Oh, Jesus. Okay, the last thing we have here, that Scott's gonna like, from Indie Retro News, is the Fire of Andor quest for the Soul Stone. Sword slashing enemies in this new dungeon crawler. It looks very Doom-like for a dungeon crawler. If you like playing dungeon crawlers that have the gameplay style of Ultimate's Underworld, without the grid-based movement of a classic EOB, then you might like playing this new game that we featured before while at a work-in-progress state, the Fire of Andor quest for the Soul Stone. Fire of Andor quest for the Soul Stone. They need to put a colon there. A game by CPFR that's classed as a single-player dungeon crawler with RPG elements and real-time combat that's available to download right now as a full version for Windows and Linux. Yeah, I think we did mention this one time before when it was on here. As we said before, in this game you play a nameless hero who fights his way through a dungeon in order to acquire the Soul Stone that opens the dimension gate to the realm of the Daemon Lord Andor. In order to obtain the Soul Stone, you will explore the Doom Town, visit its last inhabitant, Randuras, an old wizard, and fight your way through the upper and lower dungeons of the Silver Mountain. Using your rusty sword and fireball spells, the game features 4 different world sections, real-time combat with sword and fireball spells, 7 different types of enemies, 3 different NPCs, and finally all made with raycasting, a technique originally used by the first FPS games in the early 90s until hardware-accelerated rendering was introduced. So, yeah, a lot along the lines of Doom, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's actually kind of cool. I like that.
You gonna die. Damn.
Watching Scott's face back when he's watching that.
Yeah, right.
Alright, so next we're moving into our news here from Destructoid. The first is, as I said earlier, I play a little bit of Animal Crossing New Horizons. They just put out the Earth Day patch, and we're going to tell you basically what comes with it. So here's the recap. Today, April 23rd, New Horizons gets 2 more permanent citizens. Leaf, the leaf vendor, will sell an assortment of foliage, shrubs, and flower seeds, occasionally in the square. And Red, Jolly Red, will sail to your island to sell fake and or real art and furniture. You guys missed that. Nature Day also takes place today and will feature special Nook Miles challenges on May 1st through the 7th. May Day will whisk you away to a new island. Museum Day is May 18th to 31st, and wedding season is June 1st to the 30th. Whoa, these are all new events? Okay. But let's get back to today. Version 1.20 is out, and it concerns Leaf and Red, as well as the back-end ability to access those seasonal events. You can boot up your game now and reap the benefits. There is one drawback, though. Tom Nook also reduced the amount of interest you earn at the start of each month for bells in your deposit box, likely due to time travelers who can jump forward in time and earn unlimited bells. It's pretty amazing how easy it is to cheat in the game, yet cloud saves are still held back. I agree. They need to cancel that shit. Alright, so the software has been updated to 1.2.0. Leaf, the gardening shop, will now visit the island. Red will visit in the treasure trawler. They added seasonal events, addressed issues to further ensure an enjoyable gaming experience, and that's pretty much all they have entailed here. There's probably a more detailed version at the very top here. You can read about it here, but they just wanted to go over it briefly there. So yeah, they basically just added the new events and the two new vendors to the game. So we're looking forward to a lot more that's still coming, I'm sure. So next up, Underwater Adventure Beyond Blue, coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One in June. I don't know how many of you out there have ever played these underwater games where you swim around, you're looking at fish and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I know Scott hates it. Me, personally, I love this stuff. Like, really, really find it relaxing.
Don't mind me
and
during this
interesting.
review. I just...
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. We're just going to watch the video here real quick, just because, well, I wanted to see what it entailed, so... I think this could be inspired and featured content from Blue Planet 2. Oh, wow.
Welcome to the Western Pacific. I'm Dr. Mirai Soto, and I'll be your eyes and ears on this expedition.
I think this is the same continuation of the series that was out for the Wii, if I'm not mistaken. Which, this is going to be awesome, because it's going to look awesome if it's coming to PC and stuff.
Yeah, especially with like enhanced graphics that would make everything look even more real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my dream, swimming with sharks. Let me.
Well, hey, you can now without having to worry about they're actually going to like bite your face off. So,
yeah,
well, look at it. I'm cool with that. Same like with sperm whale. I don't think I'd go up to a sperm whale normally. Nope. I wouldn't go up to any of these things normally, but in a video game, yeah. I'd love to be able to do that in real life and not have to worry about it, but there is always worry, so...
Nice suit, nice sub.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you make it more realistic? Can I score?
This solo sun test makes me nervous. We're definitely fitting it out for 2 pilots next time.
How dare you, sir?
Didn't you
I just want to say that Ocean X logo up in that top corner just then, that kind of reminds me of like a condom brand name or something. Like,
Neither do I.
pick up your pack of Ocean X. Whoa.
Looking good, Mirai. The Manta drone is ready for its first zoom scan.
Is Scott actually watching?
All right, baby. We won't forget you now.
No. Fuck you, Scott. Oh, all the
Great.
jellyfish.
I've been waiting for this. I have just activated your UV light. Now you can see what a swamp shark sees.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
This dive just keeps getting stranger.
I want to own that suit that she's got so I can just dive forever and never need to wear a tank or anything. I want that.
No thanks. No. Nope.
You know, I'd play that. I would play the crap out of that game. Yeah, see? Thank you.
Look, okay. Aesthetically, yes, it does look really good. It's just I couldn't do it.
You can come over and watch me. If I ever get Deadly Starlight, you can come over and watch. I'll have company. That's fine. Scott won't there. He's like, no, I'm gonna play my Mario Maker guy. Scott. Anyways, next up we have. Oh, actually, there's a couple of things I want to do here. First is the topic itself is need another TurboGrafx 16 mini controller. 8BitDo has wireless gamepads. If you guys haven't been over to 8BitDo, they make a lot of good controllers for all kinds of systems. So if you're ever looking for controllers for whatever system you have, take a look over there and see what they have available, because as you can see here from the picture, they have tons of these gamepads available that are just wireless USB controllers. I want all that.
Good luck finding an authentic TurboGrafx 16 controller.
Oh, you can still get controllers for OG TurboGrafx 16.
Really?
Yeah, it's when you get them in like complete in box where it starts getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like same thing with the Turbo Mini. That thing's expensive too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you just want, they're only $25 a piece, which is not bad really when you think about it for a wireless controller. But yeah, like I said, this was more or less to bring you to your attention 8BitDo and their company, because they do make a lot of good controllers for many types of systems. So, and if you're looking for TurboGrafx 16 mini controllers, or for PC Engine or PC Core, then there you go. You can get it for $25 a piece.
It's not too bad.
No, not. Oh, now here's the segment that me and Scott wanted to both do.
Yeah, I was so mad. Like before, we always talk before an episode, and we're always like, all right, what news do we have and whatnot.
Yeah.
And this was like the one thing I wanted to talk about. And I'm like, please don't talk about this. I'm like, that. I'm like, son of a bitch.
So as you can all read here, developers shared their vision for a Seinfeld game that creates brand new half-hour episodes of the show.
I am so hyped for this.
Alright. In the Bizarro world, a Seinfeld game would have already been made, but it seems as if we're not sponge-worthy and the universe can't spare a square of pity for us. Developers Jacob Janerka and Ivan Dixon are looking to change that. With the humble pitch and a proof-of-concept gameplay video, the duo made their intentions of creating a Seinfeld game very clear. The gist is that it'll sport an old-school point-and-click adventure game framework and will be delivered through original half-an-hour episodes with a potential delivery system for future content. The team is shying away from pure fan service and essentially wants this to be a continuation of the show with new storylines. So maybe they can finally answer that annoying "what if the gang had cell phones? None of their problems would ever happen" complaint. The first episode is called The Email. It involves Jerry's email address getting leaked to Kenny Banya. Jesus. This is going to be an ask for forgiveness ROM hack situation. According to their pair, they want to do this the official way. Here's their full reasoning. We believe that pitching to the internet will show the demand for such a game, which will provide a better chance of this becoming a thing than us just sending a cold email. We want our email to be warm, if that makes any sense. The idea was something they've been thinking about for years, and their friendship was even born out of the bond for Seinfeld. You could say it's a passion project. Just FYI, this deal is legit. Generika created Paradigm, which is highly rated on Steam, and Dixon co-directed this Childish Gambino video. Oh. Very okay. That's good if you ever seen it. While this seems like a long shot given how guarded Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David are with this show, the pitch is incredibly professional to the point where I'd say it has a shot at coming across their desk at least.
Have you ever wanted to be a terrible person with
Game Hunter? I am deadly serious about how much I want to.
no consequences?
Playing a Seinfeld game. I
Live in a
mean,
nice apartment in
come
New
on, it
York
should have
and
been
complain
the
about
thing.
any
Just
little
look at Newman!
experiences ruining your life? Now you can with
Hello.
Seinfeld, the game about nothing.
I even said hello,
Glaze
Jerry.
Jerry.
Yes,
But not Kramer.
But not
No one
Kramer.
can control Kramer.
No one can control Kramer!
Experience for yourself what it's like to be a
Giddy up.
lovable, compulsive liar.
Oh God.
Feel as if you were dumping beautiful women in New York for trivial reasons yourself.
Oh
Entertainment
God.
Weekly says,
This is
being
the
able
best.
to play Elaine alone is sponge-worthy. New York Times says, who needs violent video games? Being Jerry Seinfeld is the ultimate power fantasy.
Oh my God. This is a real thing.
Hey, this is Jacob and this is Ivan over here, and we made this.
Oh
Really
my
appreciate your help showing
God.
this around. It really helped us prove how much people actually want this.
Wow, they put themselves at the diner. Oh, that's actually really good. I 100% would also play this. As you can tell,
God.
Scott was upset that he didn't cover it. There's a reason for that. It's because I enjoy it as well.
I honestly believe that without a shadow of a doubt, with like no even iota of doubt, I will say that I think that Seinfeld is the greatest sitcom ever fucking made. It just, some of the episodes are just so amazingly fun, and just it was never like, dude, I sometimes buy Junior Mints just because I want to laugh about it. Like that. Remember
I like
the Junior Mints episode?
Yeah, I
Oh
like
my
Junior Mints.
God.
Delicious.
That was such a great episode. I just absolutely, unequivocally best sitcom ever. I love Seinfeld, and
yeah. Seinfeld's a great show.
I will
have it as a game like this.
oh God, it's a dream come true.
Yeah, that could be fun.
So looking forward to this, because it's like, I want this. I want this. I want this. I could just sit down and watch Seinfeld just hours and hours.
I would hope that Jerry Seinfeld signs up for this and was like, "Yep."
I
this
would hope
sounds
so,
awesome.
man. I hope so, because just
He seems like the type of person who would want to play
Who would
this
do something
just
like that,
because of
yeah.
that. Anyways, we're going to move on to the only article I have from Indie Games Plus, which is a new game called Xenogunner, which focuses on bosses for frantic shootouts. I'm hoping there's... yes, there is a Steam trailer, so let's watch it, shall we? Whoa. Whoa. Quality looks terrible. There we go. Okay, you know what? Honestly, it's about time someone done a wall guns type of fucking game. Like, everything else has been, like, kind of quote-unquote copied and, redone and, you know, new kind of stuff made for it. But not a lot of people have done this, like... Is it wall guns, or what is it?
you're talking about, like, this...
This type of game where, there's one for the Super Nintendo, I believe. Sunset Riders.
Sunset Riders, thank you.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it also,
Just-
like, Sunset Riders was always, like, shooting into the background, where this game definitely looks like it has, like, 2D aspects to it as well.
Yeah.
So,
Looks fun.
yes, it does.
Let's go to Steam.
Yes,
Let's
it-
add
yes,
to
I
wish
will.
list. It's already out, and it is $17.49 Canadian. I would say $14.99 America.
I actually closed my Steam.
How dare you, sir?
Like a dumbass. Well, we got past my favorite part of the podcast. I didn't have to have it open.
Go past it.
Whenever we're done with my favorite part of the podcast, I just turn Steam off so I don't have to think about not being in it.
I'm not having all those games right now.
Alright, Xenogunner.
Gunner.
$14.99, yes, sir.
Indeed. So yeah, that's not an expensive game. So if you guys like the look of that, go get it. Go get it.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we have one Kickstarter before we end the podcast tonight. We have a short podcast tonight too.
That's okay. That's alright.
I got through that. That Steam was pretty damn quick. God damn. All right, and the game is Pixel Starships Galaxy. Major expansion and PC Steam release for Pixel Starships, a community-driven 8-bit online sci-fi strategy spaceship builder. I know Mr. Six would enjoy this, so, you know, I had to bring it up. They were looking for 28,362. They're already past their goal with 7 days left at 51,552. So let's have a watch there. See, I think of you, Mr. Six. I think of everybody in our community when I'm looking at these games, man. Oh, something big is brewing.
Okay. I had chili last night, man. Something's put big for Bows. It's called the Meeseeks bug. What the fuck?
Brand new dimension.
Now, many of you guys have been asking for to be on. We're finally launched. Galaxy Map, as you know, has been in development for.
See, basically, you go into your ship and you can like have different systems and stuff. There's a lot of 2D stuff to it, but it's a lot of management and stuff to it as well.
Kind of like resembles like FTL a little bit.
Kind of, yeah. Figured you would, Six. I'm sorry. As you can see here,
It kind of looks like it's like, you know, FTL plus like maybe
you have a bunch of different rooms there, but yeah, it's a lot along the lines of FTL, but
it looks like there's resource gathering too.
yeah.
Like some Starbound possibly.
Yes,
too.
that was the other. The layout is a lot more like Starbound. Like with FTL, it's all overhead. With Starbound, it's all like you're looking into the ship from the side, which
Right.
is like this as well. So
Hands are not above the deck.
Amazing. So we've set up a bunch of rewards as well.
it's all right. You're not on webcam, Steve.
There's a lot of
No one has to see your O face.
rewards that we're doing for the first time. Will only be available for this 30-day period. You can get your own custom crew, custom ship designs, a whole bunch of stuff. You can
Yeah, they have a lot of different.
to guarantee your.
Oh, you do versus against people?
Lower tier pledges will.
My
also
ship's
have
better than your ship.
Starbucks and Dove's equivalent to what you get if you purchase in game. So there's very little risk.
Oh,
You should,
shit.
definitely-
Oh my God! Oh yeah.
I hope to see you
Oh
guys
shit!
again.
Pew pew pew! Oh, you get fucked up, boy.
So.
Well, this looks pretty cool. I mean, it's those sort of games have never really been my bag, but I can definitely appreciate when something looks pretty cool.
So I guess is the game itself free, but you get additions or something based on what you're pledging? Special edition crew, unique engine skin, in-game credits, bonus rewards. You're the only one who said that.
Well, The only reason that we didn't say anything about it is because we knew that your hands were going to be there anyway, so we just didn't feel like having to call you out on it.
Oh, okay. So this is for expansion stuff for the game that's already underway. So it's already done too.
Okay.
So
That's neat.
you can add Pixel Starships to your wish list immediately if you
Some of the
download.
ships look pretty cool.
And it will download for free on release. So yeah, the game itself is free. You can just get other stuff for the game to make it more fun, I guess. So yeah, there's a lot of different options there. I'll let you guys look down through that because there seems to be quite a few. They have different little cards here for them as well. Jesus. They have stretch goals. Yeah. So it's going to be a free game to play, but you can add on to it with like little expansion packs and stuff, which this is a big expansion for it. So that's really cool. So anyways, we have completed our podcast for this week. A bit of a shorter one, which again is fine. There wasn't as much news this week, again, with everything being on lockdown, things being canceled, and so on and so forth. So,
But yeah. But as always, thanks everybody for coming along. Again, want to thank my news article outlets, which as always, VG247 and Destructoid.com.
and as well, I would like to thank Indie Retro News, Destructoid, and Indie Games Plus, as well as Kickstarter and Steam for providing us with such awesome games all the time. All right, and let me just do a quick little refresh right now. We'll see who is on. Let's see. We got Yogi playing Lama Lana 2. We have JC doing Symphony of the Night Blind. So, let's rate up JC, who just recently got the Super Ghouls and Ghosts world record recently for speedrunning. That was very impressive. So, anyways, have yourselves a good evening. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next week, as long as everything holds up well. See you later.